Welcome to our journey through the teachings of Buddhism. In this presentation, we will explore the foundational principles that guide the path to enlightenment, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. We will delve into the concepts of morality, concentration, and wisdom, and how these pillars of Buddhist practice can transform your life. This session is designed to provide you with a deep understanding of these teachings, so settle in as we embark on this insightful journey together. Part 1, Introduction to Buddhist Teachings. Let's begin with an introduction to the core teachings of Buddhism. The Buddha's teachings offer a path to inner peace, balance, and harmony, not just with ourselves, but with the world around us. Central to this path is the understanding of the Four Noble Truths, which explain the nature of suffering and the way to overcome it. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of understanding the mind, which is often likened to a restless monkey. Through practice and discipline, we can train the mind to remain calm and focused, leading to a state of inner tranquility. The Noble Eightfold Path is the framework the Buddha provided to help us achieve this tranquility. It includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These elements are interconnected and mutually supportive, guiding us towards a life of ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. Part 2, the importance of morality, Sīla. Now let's dive deeper into the first pillar, morality or Sīla. Sīla is the foundation of Buddhist practice, focusing on ethical conduct and the purification of one's actions, speech, and mind. In essence, Sīla is about living a life that is harmless to oneself and others. It's about cultivating behaviors that promote peace and harmony in society. In Buddhism, the practice of Sīla is often broken down into 5 precepts for lay people: refraining from killing living beings, taking what is not given, engaging in sexual misconduct, speaking falsely, and consuming intoxicants that cloud the mind. These precepts are not commandments, but guidelines that help us avoid actions that lead to suffering for ourselves and others. Sīla is more than just following rules. It's about understanding the consequences of our actions and choosing to act in ways that are beneficial to all. By observing Sīla, we create a stable foundation for our spiritual practice. It purifies our minds, making it easier to develop concentration and wisdom. When we live in accordance with Sīla, we foster trust and respect in our relationships, and we contribute to a peaceful and just society. Part 3, the power of concentration, Samādhi. Moving on, let's discuss Samādhi, the second pillar of the Noble Eightfold Path. Samādhi is often translated as concentration or mental discipline. It refers to the practice of focusing the mind to develop deep, stable states of calm and clarity. In our daily lives, the mind is often scattered, jumping from one thought to another. Samādhi trains the mind to settle down, allowing us to maintain focus on a single object, whether it be the breath, a mantra, or a visualization. Through the practice of Samādhi, we can achieve states of meditative absorption known as jhanas. These states are characterized by deep tranquility and one-pointedness of mind, where distractions fall away and the mind becomes fully absorbed in the object of concentration. This deep focus not only brings about a profound sense of peace, but also prepares the mind for the development of insight, or vipassana. In practical terms, Samādhi can be cultivated through regular meditation practice. Whether you're sitting in meditation, walking, or even engaging in daily activities, the key is to maintain a steady awareness and bring your mind back to the present moment whenever it wanders. Over time, this practice builds mental resilience, sharpens your focus, and enhances your overall well-being. Part 4, cultivating wisdom, Paññā. Now let's explore the final pillar, wisdom or Paññā. In Buddhism, wisdom is not just intellectual knowledge, but a deep, experiential understanding of the true nature of reality. Paññā involves seeing things as they truly are, free from the distortions of delusion, attachment, and aversion. This kind of wisdom leads to the direct realization of the Four Noble Truths and the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and selfless nature of all phenomena. Paññā is cultivated through practices such as mindfulness and insight meditation, where we observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment or aversion. By doing so, we begin to see the patterns of suffering in our lives and understand the causes of that suffering. This understanding empowers us to make choices that lead to greater peace and happiness. One of the key insights in Buddhism is the concept of anicca, or impermanence. Everything in life is subject to change, and clinging to things as if they were permanent is a source of suffering. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all things, we can learn to let go of our attachments and find freedom from suffering. Another critical aspect of wisdom is understanding dukkha, or unsatisfactoriness. Life inherently contains suffering, and by accepting this truth, we can begin to transcend it. Through wisdom, we see that true happiness does not come from external conditions, but from a deep inner peace that remains unshaken by the ups and downs of life. Part 5. Conclusion and Practical Application. As we conclude this journey through the core teachings of Buddhism, it's essential to reflect on how these principles can be applied in our daily lives. The teachings of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā are not merely theoretical concepts. They are practical guidelines for living a life of integrity, focus, and wisdom. Integrating these principles into our daily routines can lead to a profound transformation in how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. For example, by practicing mindfulness in our daily activities, we can bring greater awareness and presence to everything we do. This might involve taking a few moments each day to meditate, practicing mindful breathing, or simply paying attention to our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. By doing so, we cultivate a mind that is more peaceful, resilient, and capable of dealing with life's challenges. Furthermore, by living according to the principles of Sīla, we create a life that is aligned with our highest values. This not only benefits us, but also contributes to the well-being of those around us. When our actions are rooted in morality, we build relationships based on trust and respect, and we contribute to a more harmonious and just world. Finally, cultivating wisdom allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and insight. By understanding the impermanent and selfless nature of all things, we learn to let go of what no longer serves us and embrace what truly matters. This wisdom leads us to a life of greater freedom and fulfillment, free from the suffering caused by attachment and ignorance. Thank you for joining me on this comprehensive journey through the foundational teachings of Buddhism. By embracing these principles and incorporating them into your life, you can embark on a path toward true peace, happiness, and enlightenment. May these teachings guide you toward a life of wisdom and inner tranquility. Expanding on the concepts of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā, the significance of Sīla, morality in daily life. While we've discussed the importance of Sīla as the foundation for spiritual practice, let's explore more deeply how Sīla impacts our everyday life. Sīla is not merely a set of rules to follow, but a way of cultivating a compassionate and mindful approach to every interaction we have. In today's fast-paced world, we often overlook the impact of our words and actions. By observing Sīla, we make a conscious choice to act with kindness, honesty, and respect towards others. This practice not only benefits those around us, but also brings peace and stability into our own lives. Imagine a world where everyone adhered to Sīla. There would be less conflict, more trust, and a greater sense of community. By embodying these principles, we can become beacons of peace in our own circles, inspiring others to do the same. The broader impact of Samādhi, concentration. Beyond meditation. Samādhi is often associated with deep meditation, but its benefits extend far beyond the cushion. Concentration, or the ability to maintain focus, is a valuable skill in all areas of life. Whether you're working on a complex project, engaging in a conversation, or even enjoying a leisurely activity, Samādhi allows you to be fully present and engaged. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to concentrate has become increasingly rare and valuable. By training our minds to focus, we not only improve our efficiency and effectiveness, but also deepen our experience of life. When our minds are not scattered, we can experience a sense of flow and satisfaction in whatever we do. This is the power of Samādhi in action, bringing clarity, peace, and fulfillment into every moment. Practical wisdom, Paññā, in modern times. Wisdom, or Paññā, is often thought of as something reserved for monks or scholars, but in reality, it's a quality we all can develop and apply in our everyday lives. Paññā involves understanding the true nature of reality, seeing things as they really are, not as we wish them to be. In modern times, this wisdom can help us navigate the complexities of life with a sense of calm and clarity. For example, Paññā teaches us the impermanence of all things. Knowing that change is constant, we can approach life's challenges with resilience and flexibility. Instead of being thrown off balance by difficulties, we can see them as opportunities for growth. Similarly, Paññā helps us to let go of our attachments and expectations, leading to a more content and peaceful state of mind. By cultivating wisdom, we learn to make decisions that are in alignment with our highest values, bringing greater harmony into our lives. Integrating Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā in personal development. Let's now consider how we can integrate Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā into our journey of personal development. These three pillars are not just separate practices, but interconnected aspects of a holistic approach to self-improvement. By adhering to Sīla, we create a solid ethical foundation that allows us to practice Samādhi without distraction or guilt. A concentrated mind, in turn, is fertile ground for the development of Paññā, as clarity of mind leads to deeper insights. By continuously refining our practice in these three areas, we can experience profound personal growth. This process of self-development is not about achieving perfection, but about becoming more mindful, compassionate, and wise in our daily lives. It's about recognizing our own potential to cultivate inner peace and wisdom, and then taking actionable steps to realize that potential. The role of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā in overcoming challenges. Life is full of challenges, both big and small, but by embracing the teachings of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā, we equip ourselves with the tools needed to face these challenges with grace and resilience. When we encounter difficulties, our commitment to Sīla reminds us to act with integrity and kindness, even when it's hard. Samādhi gives us the mental stability to remain calm and focused, helping us to think clearly and respond wisely. Finally, Paññā allows us to see the bigger picture, to understand the causes and conditions behind our challenges, and to navigate them with wisdom. By practicing these principles, we can turn obstacles into opportunities for growth and transformation. We learn to face life's ups and downs with a balanced mind, knowing that we have the inner resources to handle whatever comes our way. Reflecting on the journey. As we reach the end of this journey, it's important to reflect on how far we've come. We've explored the foundational teachings of Buddhism, Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā, and how they can be integrated into our daily lives. But this is just the beginning. The real journey begins when you start applying these teachings in your life. Every moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness, to act with kindness, to deepen your concentration, and to cultivate wisdom. Remember, the path to enlightenment is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth and self-discovery. By embracing these teachings, you are taking the first steps towards a more peaceful, fulfilling, and enlightened life. Exploring the ethical dimension of Sīla in modern context. In today's world, where ethical dilemmas are increasingly complex, the principles of Sīla provide a timeless guide for navigating right from wrong. Let's consider the implications of Sīla in various modern contexts. For instance, in the realm of business, adhering to Sīla can mean conducting business with integrity, transparency, and fairness. This might involve being truthful in advertising, ensuring fair wages for employees, and avoiding practices that harm the environment or exploit vulnerable communities. In the digital age, Sīla also extends to our online behavior, choosing to communicate respectfully and avoid spreading misinformation or engaging in harmful discourse. By applying the principles of Sīla in these contexts, we not only contribute to the well-being of others, but also cultivate a sense of inner peace and satisfaction that comes from living in alignment with our values. The role of Samādhi in managing stress and anxiety. Samādhi, or concentration, is more relevant than ever in our fast-paced, stress-filled lives. The ability to calm the mind and focus on the present moment is a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety. Through the practice of mindfulness and meditation, we can train our minds to stay anchored in the present rather than being swept away by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This focused attention not only helps reduce stress but also enhances our ability to respond to life's challenges with clarity and composure. When faced with overwhelming tasks or difficult situations, Samādhi allows us to break down the problem into manageable steps, approaching each with a calm and focused mind. Over time, this practice builds resilience, helping us to maintain our inner peace even in the midst of life's storms. Paññā, as a guide for ethical decision-making wisdom, or Paññā, plays a crucial role in ethical decision-making, helping us to navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and insight. In situations where the right course of action is not immediately clear, Paññā enables us to see beyond the surface and consider the long-term consequences of our actions. This deep understanding helps us to make decisions that are not only beneficial in the short term, but also in alignment with our highest values and the well-being of others. Paññā also allows us to discern the difference between genuine needs and desires driven by attachment or greed. By cultivating wisdom, we develop the ability to act in ways that lead to lasting happiness and fulfillment, rather than temporary satisfaction that might bring about future suffering. The interconnectedness of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā. One of the profound insights of Buddhist practice is the understanding that Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā are deeply interconnected. Sīla lays the groundwork by purifying our actions and thoughts, creating a stable foundation for the practice of Samādhi. When the mind is not burdened by guilt or regret, it can settle more easily into states of deep concentration. Samādhi, in turn, provides the mental clarity and focus necessary for the development of Paññā. With a concentrated mind, we are better equipped to see the true nature of reality and develop the wisdom that leads to liberation. This interdependence means that progress in one area supports and enhances progress in the others, creating a virtuous cycle of spiritual growth. Applying Buddhist principles in relationships. Let's now consider how the principles of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā can be applied to improve our relationships with others. In any relationship, whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, Sīla encourages us to act with kindness, honesty, and respect. By treating others with dignity and compassion, we build trust and create harmonious relationships. Samādhi helps us to stay present in our interactions, listening attentively and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This presence and focus can greatly enhance communication and understanding between people. Finally, Paññā allows us to see the perspectives of others with empathy and understanding, helping to resolve conflicts and build deeper connections. By applying these principles in our relationships, we create a positive and supportive environment where all parties can thrive. Developing patience and perseverance through Buddhist practice. One of the often overlooked benefits of Buddhist practice is the development of patience and perseverance. Sīla teaches us to be patient with ourselves and others as we navigate the challenges of life. Samādhi requires perseverance, as training the mind to concentrate takes time and consistent effort. Paññā develops over time as we continuously reflect on our experiences and deepen our understanding of the Dharma. These qualities of patience and perseverance are invaluable in all areas of life. Whether we are working towards personal goals, overcoming obstacles, or simply dealing with the ups and downs of daily life, the ability to remain patient and persistent helps us to maintain our motivation and achieve lasting success. Reflecting on the benefits of consistent practice. As we draw to a close, it's important to reflect on the cumulative benefits of consistent practice in Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā. Just as a tree grows slowly over time, becoming stronger and more resilient with each passing year, so too does our spiritual practice. By consistently applying these principles, we gradually transform our minds and lives. We become more peaceful, more focused, and more wise. These changes may be subtle at first, but over time, they lead to profound shifts in how we experience and interact with the world. This is the true promise of Buddhist practice, a life of greater freedom, joy, and fulfillment, grounded in the timeless wisdom of the Dharma